Solström, President and CEO of Ahlström-Munksjö Corporation. Tech Mahindra has been our partner since 2014. Together we have transformed our information technology to a level which is required for a listed global manufacturing company. We have 3 billion euros of annual sales, 45 manufacturing locations in 14 countries. Tech Mahindra is a very reliable, excellent partner for us since many years and has been part of our transformation and growth from a 1 billion euros turnover company to a 3 billion euro turnover company in the last couple of years, enabling us to expand our business, to grow organically, and also integrate acquired businesses, the Ahlström-Munksjö merger, and later the acquisitions of Expera and Calleras. As evidence of our trust in Tech Mahindra as our long-term partner, we have selected them as our key partner in our new enterprise resource planning implementation and also support partner for our business platform renewal program Stella, which is a multi-year program for us to take our company to the next level in terms of business processes and IT platform. Additionally, we have decided to extend our current service agreement with Tech Mahindra until the year 2029. We really trust in Tech Mahindra. I hand over now to Kristiina Lammila, our Chief Information Officer. Over to you, Kristiina.
Thank you, Hans. So I'm Kristiina Lammila, have been Ahlström-Munksjö CIO since 2013. Related to this IT setup, what we have been building since 2014, we have been never talking about outsourcing, and it has been called from the very beginning partnering. And over these years, from the very beginning, Tech Mahindra has really proven to be the partner we have been needing in our company change and growth. During these challenging COVID-19 times, it has been very valuable for Ahlström-Munksjö to have a reliable partner like Tech Mahindra. They have been able to deliver all services for Ahlström-Munksjö during these challenging situations as in the normal standard business as usual situation. There has been no SLA violations, there has been no impact to delivery, even though majority of the Tech Mahindra employees are working currently from home. Also the on-site support, what our manufacturing plants are needing, have been available exactly as we have agreed. And also we have been jointly putting extra support efforts, for instance, supporting Ahlström-Munksjö remote working needs, and all that have been done as we have agreed and with good quality. And we have continued majority of our projects, and on those ones, Tech Mahindra has been delivering fully as we have agreed and according to the plans. And for instance, they have been adjusting to traveling restrictions so that we have not been facing any delays or impacts to our project delivery, even though we have not been able to meet face to face. With careful joint IT contingency planning, we have together been prepared even in the worst COVID-19 situation, and I'm trustful we are able to overcome also those possible situations with our long-time partner.
The world is changing, and we are changing the world. Changing the way we work. Delivering meaningful experiences. Changing the way we live. Changing the way we share. We serve. Driving positive change. Here we celebrate the fearless spirit because it all begins with a spark. Anytime, anywhere. We celebrate people, families, communities, learning, happiness, failure, and success. We reward success. We applaud every achievement. Welcome every new beginning. Salute every invention. Celebrate each moment. Because the real rise is the rise after the fall. Creating new leaders, unveiling hidden talents, embracing ambitions, nurturing careers. Where the leaders aren't afraid to learn from the young. Where we continuously unlearn, learn, and upskill. Where we make you see an unseen world, bringing light, laughter, sunshine. As Tejasvi cleans India, one hometown at a time. As Major Bhosale saves lives, one woman and her 3 daughters. As Bruna makes rainbows great again in Brazil. So, when you are ready to start your day, we have already made it a better one. Because our world is about moments. We power it by driving positive change, by celebrating each moment and empowering all to rise.
Curiosity drives the world. In forms big and small, it impacts all of us. From driving the human story forward to touching new frontiers, curiosity makes the world go round. And it is this childlike curiosity that is behind every big discovery and invention. At Tech Mahindra, our curiosity has led us to break new grounds and ultimately herald a brave new world of innovation. Our winning stories are not born out of cutting-edge labs or groups of scientists huddled around tables. For us, it means sticking to the grassroots, and this idea finds resonance in Maker's Lab, the Tech Mahindra address for innovation. It means tapping into expertise in the unlikeliest of places, letting neurodiversity deliver spectacular results, getting natural-born leaders drive turnkey projects that speak for themselves. Programs like StartNet are helping us drive the innovation conversation among businesses, academia, and incubators. Be it about making giant strides in natural language processing, using our own Entelio framework, or developing the first ever quantum computing use case by an Indian service provider. Our DNA of collaborative disruption has been consistently paying off dividends. It is our childlike curiosity that has brought us so far and will continue to propel us towards a connected future.
Enterprises that create the future thrive on change, and change is accelerated by human connections. We are building a better world, a connected world, by crafting and designing connected experiences. We didn't just raise a building. We created a marvel of human architecture. What is the wind under our wings? What is the fuel within our fire? It is our ability to believe in change. Change that makes this the most exciting time to be alive in human history. We've harnessed the power of change to make lives brighter. We've brought dreamers, innovators, technologists, and leaders together to conceive and construct new breakthroughs. From empowering doctors with better tools and using artificial intelligence to build a greener world, to converging a future powered by 5G, Tech Mahindra is fueling the rise. We're making it easier for you to travel the world and making the skies safer for everyone. We're working to help more people own homes while reimagining banking and data privacy across 90 countries. Our focus is on handcrafting technology that helps people and enterprises deliver more, deliver better, deliver change. We've made houses smart and markets even smarter. We're helping more people smile with better supply chains. We've saved lives. And with AI and robotics, we're building an empowered future, a future of meaningful experiences. We aimed for the moon and we crossed the skies. We aimed for the stars and we brought them home. We are the digital change makers, and we are here to disrupt old ideas, blaze new trails, and create connected experiences for a connected world. We are Tech Mahindra.
Different is not equal to difference. But we celebrate the different and the difference. Celebrate the plural, genders, generations, cultures, the specially abled. Celebrate the new, from humans to humanoids.
Hey buddy, nice to meet you.
We are naturally inclusive, intentionally diverse. Celebrating the different shades of life and ways of living. Celebrating the young, the old, the fast, the tall, the flying. At Tech Mahindra, diversity enriches, inclusion empowers us, our lives, and everyone around.
We are building a future where sustainability meets profitability, and growth is rooted in respect for our people, planet, and profits. We are breaking through new frontiers, turning to renewable energy to achieve ecological balance, while ensuring that when it comes to investments, we are in the green. Our profitability is aligned with our principles, allowing us to set sustainability milestones on our journey toward a secure future. We are rising above the ordinary to combine strategy and sustainability, because with resources come responsibilities, and with people comes purpose. We're looking for ways to reduce emissions, while choosing alternatives to fuel our operations. Going beyond the surface to responsibly extract optimum resources. We're coming full circle to give back to the earth, upon which life itself depends. Our Green Marshals and Tech Mahindra associates ensure that sustainability is truly personal, echoing an ethos that is embedded in the very DNA of our organization. To break frontiers, we remain at the forefront, emerging as global leaders in sustainability. Continuing on our collective mission to create connected businesses and experiences. Ensuring that with every sunrise over the horizon, we continue to rise.
Anil sir. Unmute, Anil.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you all to the 33rd Annual General Meeting of Tech Mahindra Limited, which is being held through video conference and other audio-visual means. Before we start the proceedings of this AGM, I would like to give you an overview of the process to participate at this meeting through VC. The facility to join this AGM through video conference or other audiovisual means is being made available for members on first come first serve basis. The members who have joined this meeting are kept on mute mode by the host to avoid any disturbance arising from background noise and ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. Once the Q&A session starts, Chairman will announce the names of the shareholders who have registered as speaker shareholder one by one. Thereafter, speaker shareholder will be unmuted by the host to enable him or her to speak. Before the called out shareholder starts speaking, he or she is required to click video on button on the screen, and if for some reason they are not able to join through video mode, can speak through the audio mode. While speaking, we request shareholders to use microphones, earphones so that they are clearly audible, minimize any noise in the background. They are also requested to ensure that Wi-Fi is not connected to any other devices, no other background applications are running, and proper light is available to have clear video and audio. If there is connectivity problem at the speaker's end, the host will mute such speaker and the next speaker will be invited to speak. Once the connectivity improves, the muted speaker shareholder will be called again to speak after other shareholders who have registered completes their turn. We request speaker shareholder to kindly limit their speech or questions or clarifications, etc., to 3 minutes so that all the registered shareholders will get fair time. During the AGM, if a shareholder faces any technical issue, he or she may contact the helpline number mentioned in the AGM notice. With this, I would request the chairman to take over and conduct the proceedings. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I welcome all the shareholders who are present for this AGM and would like to inform you that due to the COVID-19 pandemic and social distancing norms, your company has made arrangements for the shareholders to join the meeting through video conference or other audiovisual means and view the proceedings in compliance with the directions of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The live streaming of this meeting is also being webcast on the NSDL website. As the requisite quorum is present for the annual general meeting, I call the meeting to order, and I request all directors who are present for this AGM through the video conference, other audiovisual means to introduce themselves. First, may I request Mr. C.P. Gurnani.
CP, you have to unmute and speak.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is CP Gurnani, CEO and MD of Tech Mahindra, joining in from Noida.
Modern, please. May I move on to Mr. Manoharan? Ms. Shikha Sharma, please.
From my office in Chennai, I'm chairman of the audit committee and the NRC.
Hi, I'm Shikha Sharma.
Mr. Haigreve Khaitan.
And I'm chairperson of the risk committee and the investment committee.
This is Haigreve, chairman of the securities allotment committee, joining from Mumbai.
You, Ms. Rajalakshmi Rao, please.
Independent director.
Dr. Anish Shah.
Good afternoon. This is Anish Shah. I'm joining from Mumbai.
Mr. V.S. Parthasarthi.
Chairman, Mr. Parthasarthi, I'm a non-independent, non-executive director of your company.
Mr. Manoj Bhatt, the CFO, and Mr. Anil Khatri, company secretary of the company, are also present in the meeting. Mr. Jameel Khatri, partner, and other representatives of BSR and company statutory auditors are also present through VC. Dr. K.R. Chandratre, secretarial auditors of the company, along with his associate, are also present through VC. The company has received 4 letters along with the board resolution authorization letter from corporate shareholders appointing/authorizing representatives under Section 113 of the Companies Act 2013, aggregating to 34,62,25,425 ordinary equity shares of 5 rupees each, representing about 35.83% of the paid-up equity share capital of the company. Since there is no physical attendance of the shareholders, the requirement of appointing a proxy is not applicable. The statutory registers certificates as required to be kept under the Companies Act 2013 are open for inspection on the website of the company. The notice of the 33rd AGM, along with the audited financial statements for the financial year ended 31st March 2020, together with the directors' and auditors' reports, had already been circulated to all the shareholders. I now take the notice of the 33rd AGM and report of the directors as read. Since there are no qualifications or adverse remarks in the auditor's report, I shall take it as read. And now let me take this opportunity to report back to you on your company's performance. The year gone by saw a strengthening of the digital revolution. There was an uptick in demand led by technology upgrades and strong growth in our digital offerings. We won some of the largest engagements in our history, which validates our belief that our customers appreciate the strong differentiation in our offerings and our very deep industry expertise. Your company also enjoyed an uptick in revenue growth momentum coupled with significant deal wins. We ended the year with revenues of 36,868 crore rupees, a growth of 6.1% over the previous year. The profit after tax was 4,033 crore rupees. In US dollar terms, the revenue was $5,182 million, which works out to a growth of 5.6% in constant currency terms. We generated free cash flow of 3,735 crore rupees for financial year 20, and the cash balance stood at 8,805 crore rupees. Your company reported $3.7 billion of net new deals this year, net new deal wins this year, and a marked increase from $1.7 billion in FY19. We saw growth momentum picking up significantly in the US and the rest of the world, which grew by 6%, and 11% in dollar terms respectively. Europe was impacted by weaker macroeconomic conditions. Your company's communication business has picked up in growth after 3 years due to modernization spends by communication service providers. It grew by 6.8% in constant currency terms. And your company has invested in 5G and is positioned to capture incremental spends driven by the anticipated 5G technology wave. The enterprise business grew by 4.7% in constant currency terms, despite weakness in the manufacturing vertical due to a slowdown in the automotive and aerospace segments. Our growth in other verticals such as BFSI, technology, healthcare, retail, and government services continued at a steady pace. The share of digital revenues has increased to 40% of total revenues, representing a growth of 33% over FY19. And on 15th April 2019, your company completed its maiden buyback, representing 2.09% of paid up equity at a price of 950 rupees per share. So the board is pleased to increase the dividend to 15 rupees per share this year. The total dividend, including dividend tax, will result in a payout ratio of around 41% in FY20. The last quarter of FY20 saw the beginning, unfortunately, of the COVID pandemic. And that pandemic, as we all know, has affected every geography, every industry, and every family across the globe, and has possibly seen the emergence of many called the new normal. Our associates' health is an absolute priority for your company, and significant efforts were made to ensure the wellness of all employees. Continuity of services to clients was, of course, an equal area of focus. In less than a month, your company successfully migrated 93% of associates to a work-from-home operating model, thus minimizing the impact of the crisis. This involved managing technology constraints, security concerns, and attuning our associates to deliver seamlessly in a remote working model. Your company, I'm very pleased to say, also made significant contributions to battling the crisis through various programs, charity drives, and employee donations. Exemplary teamwork and collaboration have enabled the company to navigate through these troubled times. With the ongoing nature of the pandemic, we are seeing severe economic impact in developed and developing markets alike. This is resulting in significant shifts in work culture and business models. Social distancing and work from home have indeed become the new normal. Businesses where physical presence was perceived to be essential are making a shift and essentially transforming to remote service delivery models. Some sectors like telecom, healthcare, and banking have emerged resilient, while others, unfortunately, like retail, travel, and transportation, are experiencing major disruptions. But technology is emerging as a key differentiator in these times. Companies that have a successful digital commerce model are emerging as winners. Now, I have to say, using the phrase new normal is already tired and overused. But one thing is for certain: the pandemic will dramatically accelerate the movement by all companies to a more comprehensive digital strategy. And this only bodes well for companies like Tech Mahindra that act as a bridge between their clients' current state and their high-tech digital future. Technology investments combined with remote working are going to provide the tools to navigate through these present times. The benefits will be visible not only in customer outreach and experience, but also in operational optimization. Several companies will have to accelerate their digital transformation, and we anticipate increased spending on next-generation technologies like cloud, cybersecurity, blockchain, augmented reality, and virtual reality. We are well positioned to leverage these developments. I want to come to the awards that we've received, and I'm very happy to report that Tech Mahindra ranks among the top 25 in India's best companies to work, as assessed by the Great Place to Work Institute. I'm also proud to report that the company was recognized as amongst the best in the mega employer category and listed amongst the best companies for career management. These are only but a few of the slew of awards conferred upon your company. On our ESG focus, your company has been following the best environmental, social, and governance norms and has adopted global best practices. Tech Mahindra is firmly committed to going carbon neutral, conserving and deploying resources efficiently, and transitioning to a low carbon economy while creating sustainable value for our stakeholders. I'm pleased to inform you that we have been chosen once again as one of the 3 companies from India who are on the DJSI World Index. On the CSR front, the Tech Mahindra Foundation has, since inception, directly impacted over 260,000 lives and over 1.5 million indirect beneficiaries through our focus on employability, education, and disability. In addition, over 150,000 people have been supported during the COVID crisis over the last few months through distribution of meals, rations, hygiene kits, and so on. I'm very grateful to our associates for joining in the food donation drives and for their individual social contribution activities. Overall, the year gone by saw significant momentum in our key markets. While the pandemic has momentarily halted that journey, it's also throwing up significant opportunities. We're going to continue to innovate, adapt, and adopt and help all our businesses navigate through these troubled waters. In closing, my sincere thanks go out to the entire TechM family of shareholders, fellow directors, partners, collaborators, associates, government and regulatory authorities, and our valuable customers for your belief in us, for your understanding, and for your cooperation with us over the last 30 years. You have been with us through thick and thin and have contributed greatly towards making TechM the great institution that it is today. I look forward to your participation and support as we continue to transform and to rise. Now, let me get back to the AGM proceedings. The company had made requisite arrangements for remote e-voting in accordance with the applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 to enable the shareholders to vote on the items to be considered at the AGM. The remote e-voting commenced on July 23rd, 2020 at 9 a.m. and concluded on July 27th, 2020 at 5 p.m. as mentioned in the notice of the AGM. The facility of voting is also provided at the meeting for those members who have not yet voted. Members may please visit the voting page of the NSDL e-voting platform and cast their vote while viewing the proceedings of the meeting. The AGM is held through VCOAVM, and the resolutions being considered are to consider and adopt the financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2020 and the reports of the Board of Directors and auditors thereon. To consider and adopt consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2020 and the report of the auditors thereon. To confirm the interim dividend paid on equity shares and to declare final dividend at 5 rupees a share for the financial year ended 31st March 2020. To appoint a director in place of Mr. C.P. Gurnani, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. To consider appointment of Dr. Anish Shah as a director of the company. As mentioned in the notice, the resolutions had been put to vote through remote e-voting, and in view of this, there will not be any proposing and seconding of resolutions. Please note that those of you who have already cast your votes on the remote e-voting platform shall not be again permitted to cast your votes at this AGM. And of course, votes once cast cannot be changed subsequently. Mr. Jayant B. Bhave, practicing company secretary and proprietor, Messrs. J.B. Bhave and Company, company secretaries, has been appointed as the scrutinizer to scrutinize the votes cast during the meeting and through remote e-voting method. I now invite the shareholders who have registered their names as speakers and who wish to seek clarifications on the financial statements and proposed resolutions to field their questions.